Arsenal won, City won, game, set, match. That game told me one thing. Arsenal are truly Premier League title contenders. 100%. Why? Pep Guardiola parked the bus. I'm tying out here for TK24 Sports. Let's get into the show. So let's start off with the lineup. So straight away, lineup comes out. Mikel Arteta goes for handbrake mode in this game. The first half was a dud. Erling Haaland scored a goal within 8 minutes of the game. To me, I was thinking, great, here we go. This is typical. As the game grew on in the first half, Mikel Moreno, my frustration is this with him. To me, he's a player that needs to come on to shore the game up, not to start the game and go for a win. Yes, Mikel Arteta may like him because he scored a few goals last season and he sees him as a versatile player. I respect it, I hear it, but I'm not for it. I am not for it one bit. To me, the game was a stalemate in the first half. After Man City took the lead, they just sat back. They literally sat back. And this is the sort of game that Pep Guardiola played today, that Mikel Arteta plays once in a while and gets lambasted for it. Pep Guardiola done everything he could to come away with a smash and a grab, and he almost did. He almost did. First half, 1-0 to Manchester City. There was nothing else to really talk about in the first half because nothing else really happened. Jump onto the second half. I'm on the phone to my siblings, my sister, my friend Jonathan, my sister Krisha, and we're just all talking like, yo, what's going to happen here? My brother's there going mad, Shazan, he's going, yeah, do you know what? Nothing's really going on crazy. My sister then goes all left field and goes, yeah, it's all Saliba's fault. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? That goal in the first half was not Saliba's fault. It was ping pong in the middle of the park, and then they just quickly made a breakaway. Reinders picks the ball up, drives with the ball. Saliba's then got a 2-in-1 situation. A man to his left, a man with Reinders on the ball, and then Haaland to his right as well. What can a man do? Gabriel can't even sprint back. Declan Rice, who's normally a freight train, sprints back, and he had no energy in 8 minutes, which kind of confused me. Really confused me on that one. But then he pings the ball off, scores a goal, 1-0, as I said, second half. Then we're saying, okay, who's he going to make the subs for? Yeah, typical Arteta, he'll wait till like the 80th minute to make all his subs. No, second half comes around. Eze comes on. Saka comes on. I'm like, okay, we're going for broke here. We're going for the win. We're going to go for Manchester City. And to me, that is where Mikel Arteta needs to learn straight away. He knew he made a mistake with his lineup. That's why he made those changes. And that's what he needs to do going against Newcastle coming up on the weekend. He has to go with Eze starting with and Saka. He just has to. Moreno cannot start the games. He was slow. He was boring. He was just a sideways merchant. It was like having Martin Odegaard on the pitch, just sideways passes, going backwards and rolling around on the floor. That infuriated me. When Saka and Eze come on, it was okay. It was a little bit of a change, but nothing drastic. Nothing drastic, but hold your horses, people. Hold your horses. What is your thoughts on Mikel Moreno? Does he keep on starting for Arsenal when Odegaard is out? Or with Eze, which we're going to get onto in a moment, does he and has he now proven the point that he needs to start the games going forward while Odegaard is out? And when Odegaard's back in, does he still need to start the game? Because I will get to that point in very moment. But tell me, what's your thoughts on Moreno starting? Trossard started the game, Madueke started the game, and Victor Jokovic played the game as well. Zubimendi and Rice with Calafiori, Gabriel Saliba, and of course Jurien Timber, David Raya in goal. And David Raya had pretty much nothing to do all game. The defense was just very classy for Arsenal, and so in Man City, they were pretty decent as well. But my point is this. When you brought on Eze and you brought on Saka, the game changed slightly into Arsenal's favour. Pep Guardiola realised that, and he started making defensive substitutions. To the case in point, about what was it, about the 70th minute, 75th minute, he took off Haaland. He took Haaland off because he was trying to shore the game up. The guy was going all out defend. And I'm talking, like, you're talking about park the bus. This was not parking the bus. This was parking a fucking cement truck there for Manchester City. It was a sea of blue. And when people go at Arsenal say they can't break down the low block, well, this is what we're talking about here. Arsenal were pressing forward as much as they possibly could. Then a moment of madness. On comes super sub Gabriel Martinelli with 11 minutes to go. And I was saying, 11 minutes, Mikel Arteta, what are you doing? This is not going to be enough. But I said to myself, Ty, chill out. Because if anyone can break the deadlock here for Arsenal, it's going to be super fab, super califascialistic, FC Gabriel Martinelli. Eze picks the ball up like a deep line quarterback, looks up, springs his head up, saws the run of a Martinelli, chips the ball over, outpaces the defense of Manchester City while they had everyone back there. One touchdown. Donnarumma off his line, lobs the ball over his big ass head in the back of the net. And that to me was beautiful. I jumped up, I shouted, I screamed the house down. Yes, 1-1, we're back into it. 5 minutes to go. Go and get the win. Go for the win. Go, go, go. And Mikel Arteta, with his subs, this is where he has an army of a squad now. He was throwing on attack after attack after attack. Now, I can understand Mikel Arteta maybe thinking, let's go a bit conservative here with a Mikel Moreno. Well, Martin Odegaard's not there. But if Odegaard was fit or even half fit, Mikel Moreno wouldn't have touched the pitch today. Believe that. Believe that one. He would not have touched the pitch. But what I was happy to see that Eze came on in 45 minutes because Mikel Arteta realised the errors of his ways. He was like, okay, let me just go for this now. Let me just go for broke. I've got nothing to lose. I'm losing 1-0. It makes no difference if we lose 2 or 3-0. I need to go for broke and I need to go for the win. And that's what he was doing. Ethan Nwaneri came on. Mascherano came on in the last seconds to go with a free kick to Manchester City. So he had to quickly haul off Martin Zubimendi. But my point is, Mikel Arteta going forward, he has to start with Eze leading the charge there as the attacking midfielder. He had Victor Gyökeres there. He had no shots on goal today. There was no service for him. And what do you expect when you got Mikel Moreno on the pitch? Now, it's not like I don't like Mikel Moreno, but for games like that against a Manchester City, when you're going to win the title, as Thierry Henry said, you have to go for the win. You have to go all out and make sure you attack. Now, credit to Arsenal. They've played Liverpool. They've now played Manchester City. They've played Manchester United. And they've only lost one of those games. They've won one, drawn one, and lost one out of those 3 big games. The next big game coming up is going to be against Newcastle away at St. James's Park next Sunday. That game is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But Newcastle are not the Newcastle of last season. They don't have Alexander Isak no more. They don't have him. So there's no worries there. Their striker that they've got, the big 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", whatever he is, he's not going to be a concern for Arsenal. The only concern for Arsenal is going to be Arsenal themselves and what Mikel Arteta puts out against them. Again, like I said, when you look at the squad right here that the two teams put out, we knew Manchester City was going to do the 4-1-4-1 formation. Arsenal typically with the 4-3-3, which in my opinion should have been the 4-2-3-1. It should have been the 4-2-3-1. But what's your thoughts on that one? Leave a comments below. Let me know. Should you have gone for a 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3? But talking about people starting on the left-hand side, he went with Trossard today. Why? Because Trossard hasn't started a game in the first 4 games of all Arsenal's games. So he owed Trossard a start. And he gave it to him. And Trossard done okay, but he was nothing magical. He was nothing creative. He was no spark for Arsenal on the left-hand side. Noni Madueke on the right-hand side. Nothing major. Nothing to really brag about and say, yo, this guy, 100%. That's why he's on the pitch. Mikel Arteta thought, do you know what? As good as you are, Noni, you're doing okay, but I need to rely on Saka. He then grabs the captain's armband off Gabriel. But Saka's he's still coming back from injury, so I can't say too much. But did he need to come on? I don't think so. But he came on, he done okay. But nothing major. In the marks out of 10, I can't give anyone really and truly above a 5 apart from Gabriel Martinelli. Why? Because he came on, he took the touch, he took the shot, he scored the goal. I will give him a clear. He's the saviour for Arsenal today. An 8 out of 10. Everyone else just gets a 5. I'm serious. Yeah, everyone gets a 5. Okay, Eze, we'll give him a 7 for the assist. So Martinelli and Eze, 1 and 7, 1 and 8. Everyone else a bloody 5. 100% a 5. A 5, 5, 5. Mikel Arteta, a 5. Because the starting lineup was not good enough. It's not when you got a squad like what Arsenal have now. You don't need to be reserved. You need to go all out attack in some games and then assert your dominance. But what it showed here today, with Pep Guardiola. He now respects Arsenal. He now respects Mikel Arteta because the way he set up and what he was doing going defensively shows me Arsenal really and truly are the true title contenders to Liverpool this season. Liverpool may be 5 out of 5 with 15 points on the board. I don't care. Arsenal's got 10 points, 5 points behind. Yes, still early days, still loads of games to go in the Premier League. It could be some twists and bumps along the way. What's your thoughts so far? How do you think Arsenal done? How do you think Mikel Arteta done? And who was your worst player today? And who was your best player today on both teams? For City, it was Doku all day long. For Arsenal, it's hard to say because they were all pretty boring, pretty stale. Declan Rice was awful today. Martin Zubimendi was awful today. Trossard, nothing special. Madueke, nothing special. But Gabriel Martinelli, congratulations. Well done. Eze, brilliant pass. Had your head up on the ball. Calafiore, oh my Lord. What is his position? Is he a right back? Is he a left back? Is he a central defender? Is he a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, a left winger, right winger, striker? What the hell is this man's position? I need to know. What's your thoughts on that one as well? But so far, 1-1. Arsenal, not bad. City, well, newfound respect for Arsenal. Amazing. Amazing. Mikel Arteta is humbling some people. Has a loss against City now for a good couple of seasons. And this game proves that Arsenal are on the way up. You may not see it, but open your eyes a little bit, just a little bit. Be proud of these Arsenal boys from coming back from 1-0 down and not just sitting back. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports. Watch one of these shows that's just popped up. I'll see you during the week with more insights. And Arsenal's next game is against Port Vale in the Carabao Cup. Catch you later.